Big rich nigga, big wop. Jealous ass niggas told me I'ma trap my life away. To this day, them bitch ass niggas ain't got nowhere to stay. Shoulda did you something instead of having so much shit to say. Broke ass little nigga tryna put a fire on layaway. Only did one drive-by, the rest of mine was laying. Won't speak on shit and never touch my bullet, so I know I'm straight. Jump inside the getaway, tinted up with bold plates. I know how to get away and turn something to a cold case. Fake like I'ma dap a nigga up, shoot him in his face. 40 on me baking shit, this bitch could probably cook a steak. I'm the type of nigga you can't call if you don't want nothing. Call the money London charge, beat the case with dope money. I done sold a load that another nigga was killed for. I never been a small fry on big bruh. I never been a bitch, so thinking that to get your shit, but I wasn't fishing at the lake, but got this pole that I'm getting rid of. Why these niggas call my auntie last week making threats to me? On my Jeffrey Dahmer shit, I need a nigga head next to me. 2 texts in a vest for me, don't sleep unless it's next to me. If a nigga hit me up, don't shed a tear, go bust a chest for me. White boy need a 7, he getting 5.6. Bag rich, I'ma stretch me 5 quarters out my zips. 2 2-3s inside the clip. When I come up off the hip, niggas dip. Chopper eat a nigga like a bag of chips. I don't know, I think I got that J.R. Smith inside of me. Cause I just get to shooting shit, cause I don't like to play no D. You a hitter, so am I. When you niggas tryna die. Oh, you think you Popeye? I got drums like Popeye. Sold a bow before it dry. Had a lick, I had to try. I be trapping with that fire. Hitting licks passing by. Mama know when I be high. Both my eyes bloodshot. Smiling in my mug shots. Big rich nigga, big wop.
Just be mindful. Just be mindful while you're carrying your firearm for situations like this and incidents like this. You know, we get our guns not to just shoot them, but to actually protect ourselves and make sure that we make it home at the end of the day, you know. So please, people, talk to your kids. Please, you know, open their eyes and tell them show them what's going on, and make sure they not following this, because, you know, we're a monkey see, monkey do society. You know, people tend to see things and they want to be a part of it and they want to do the same things. So please explain to your kids, this is not it. Ladies, when you make sure you're traveling out there, protect yourself, carry your firearm at all times, because this lady right here got attacked by a group of people, bruh. Look at that shit, bruh. She ain't had no chance. It's like a fucking tidal wave, bruh. Sad. I'm Maycar Chop. It's Always Carrying Gun podcast. I'm out.
Everybody turned on you. Your sister just died. You facing the rest of your life in prison. You facing a bunch of charges, and if you do beat the state, you won't beat the feds. So why wouldn't the people around you, because they've already proved they're incompetent? I mean, he's throwing phones, sneaking in pills, people doing the Bill Cosby to you in the courtroom, just throwing you a little pill or whatever. Everybody around you is incompetent, and they're going to be the reason that nobody takes any of this about you serious, and people are going to stop caring. Because remember what I told y'all before, that the more trouble a person gets in, this is what happened with the baby. The more trouble a person gets in, the less likely we're going to want to be bothered with them. So you can only have so many fuck ups before we're like, we not fucking with this no more. Like, you just don't know how to act. You just don't know what to do. And you are really on the line.
Good job.
Took my 40, I walked out of court, went bought a 9. If you can't make something out of nothing, then no, you ain't my kind. Bitch, you can't be talking to me crazy, I ain't just anybody. Set up shop wherever I stop at, been serving anybody. Take them to a different county, remix them on anybody. Nigga, let that money hit my hand, you can forget about it. Trap smell like dope, you can smell this shit from up the road. Nigga asked me, can he test the pack? I'm finna up the pole. I was thinking Lil' Buddy was savage till he up and told. Then he hit me up trying to get bowls, I hung up the phone. Now I gotta stop using this phone, niggas on the boat. Discipline myself to not smoke when I be on the road. I was giving smoke sex to old heads for hydros. People getting offended from the weed smoke on my clothes. Niggas show they hand with all that hating, I be moving different. I might show some racks for motivation, I be moving niggas. Big wop, tote, big chop, don't get dropped. Yeah, I'm still active with the bag, you can still shop. Big wop, tote, big chop, don't get dropped. Yeah, I'm still active with the bag, you can still shop. Police hit the light, stop by a trail before you let me out. I can't have no nigga do no work, I feel to let me down. Don't ever ask me to do no shit that you wouldn't do for me. But he hit a lick on 30 P's and brought it all to me. I can see right through a lie, so bitch don't try to tell me now. I'm behind Arby's in the Charger dropping 50 Zans. I ran out of pills and started serving mama's medication. Ambience was fucking niggas up, had them hallucinate. Make her eat that dick, she in here drinking all my pre-cum. Nigga wanna smoke it out with me, better have 3 lungs. Big wop, tote, big chop, don't get dropped. Yeah, I'm still active with the bag, you can still shop.
You can still shop. How we sounded? I had to get my meal in. Here we go with this shit. There it is. What we sounding like? We gotta make sure. Ooh, that's what I needed. You gotta have you something good on your stomach. Oh man, we in this motherfucker. Turn the fuck up. Man, shout out to that nigga Chop, man. Shout out to that nigga Always Carrying Our Gun podcast. ACOG. If you don't know, this nigga that started a whole newspaper on some other shit. Like that's heavy, man. I'm told about that. Even though it don't even matter how hard it is to start a newspaper, that nigga did that shit. So salute Chop, always rocking out that moving with us, man, the real way. Yeah, no, we gonna go and get to it. All right. Sound good. Oh man, the Carlo P up in here tonight. What the hell going on, man? Man, come on, man. What the hell? We in this motherfucker. I'm trying on some other shit, nigga. Don't get me too. I'm talking about for real. I just had me a good meal too. Ooh wee. Yeah, we gotta talk about this shit here. Because on some real shit, and we'll go right to it. That should be it. Like I said, we had some. I guess we might have had some misunderstandings on the first live. Let me get some real clear. Let me get some real clear word to a motherfucker. If you're not in Arizona, and we're gonna just be for real. If you're not in Arizona and you didn't know that, man, these motherfuckers is selling fentanyl for $1 in Arizona. If that is gonna make you jump up and go to Arizona, then this is what we talking real. I've also said that if you're on, especially opiates, really it's any drug, but especially opiates, I've let it be known, you need to go to the hospital right now and tell them that you have a dependency on opiate. That's been my whole shit, because that's what I did in 2016. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was able to step down. If me telling, letting it be known to the nation, getting the word out that fentanyl is finna be in your city because it's $1 up there for the junkies on the street. Don't play that game. Don't play that game on some, oh, hey, yo, no fuck shit, no. No fuck shit, no. If you can get up and find you a way to Arizona, then you damn sure can call 911 and go to the fucking hospital. Say what it is. You're not ready to stop yet. That's what that is. We gotta get this shit from the very beginning. Understand. Ayo Consaco, came from outside, addicted to opiates. It was mainly tabs, but it was, you know what I'm saying? That shit just balled my life up and threw it all the way away. And through that shit, I knew that it was never I got a disease. Addiction is a disease, and it was I want to pop pills. Also, it was I want to stop popping pills. I never did that whole fucking it was I don't give a fuck why who influenced me to start popping pills. That don't matter worth a fuck. What made me keep doing it? It's because I wanted to. And it was because I understood that I had that control to say, this is what I want to do. Same thing, I need to stop. And for years, I said I need to stop until I finally got up the courage, or really shit got so fucked up that I went and actually said to somebody that I was dependent on opiates. I'm addicted. That was my first time ever saying it. And that was the beginning of me coming out of that shit. So let's just get that off the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we finna get into some shit tonight. That's why I had to make sure I got me some of that good food in me. We're gonna talk tonight. No, real talk. And that's what I said. I want everybody, look, this is what we're here for. We're here to let it be known. So wherever you from, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, do all the other shit, but let it be known what's going on and what's the status of your city and state with this issue we have right now. So now we got that out the way. The other night, word came down the pipe that fentanyl, the most powerful thing on the street. And I gotta say this too. I don't like I on some real shit. I don't like to repeat what the fucking news and shit say. I don't like doing that. What they say is 10 times worse than here. I don't like doing that, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with that. But what we do know is that motherfuckers ain't dying like a motherfucker from heroin overdose. Heroin been here since Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? So this is the heaviest thing on the street. So much so that motherfuckers are putting horse tranquilizer in the fentanyl, and they made it stronger that way to where now motherfuckers don't even want the regular fentanyl if it don't got the horse tranquilizer in it. And oh yeah, it's $1, my nigga. It's $1, my nigga. As I said, you know, I was on some a motherfucker can say what they want to say. Whatever how a nigga feel. I'm a conspiracy theorist because I feel like this is an attack because I don't see how a motherfucker could make a profit when the drug addict gram for gram or point for point, the drug addict is supposed to be the one that pays the most. Just like with anything else, you go to Sam's Club, you get a discount. Where a gallon of milk might be $4, you get a whole crate of milk, and it's 20 jugs of milk on there. That's not a good example. A 24-pack of water is $5. You go to Sam's Club and you get a whole pallet, and it's 10, you know what I'm saying, 24 packs on the pallet, but now the price goes down to $2. So obviously the price will be higher now, but it's lower piece for piece. You know what I'm saying? When you have the motherfucking user on the street that's buying it piece by piece, not in bulk, but piece by piece, and it costs $1, my nigga, we have a problem. We have a real man. Shout out that nigga Ram in this motherfucker, man. Shout out that nigga Ram. And like I said, my nigga, ain't no judging on this side of nothing. I don't care what side of this situation you on, whether you taking the shit or you selling the shit, dog. Niggas is just trying to get an understanding of what's going on and what we need to be wary of, because like I said, this ain't something that's just gonna stay in the street. This shit is about to be in your house in just a moment. In just a moment, it's gonna be in your house. And that person that you knew, that person that you love, you won't be able to recognize them. So that's what we here for, my nigga. So let's get down to it, man. I appreciate everybody coming through heavy. Man, shout out that, man. Come on with that bullshit, man. You know what the fuck going on. What the hell they thought was going to happen? I wasn't going to come back and speak on it? Man, I got the whole nation in this motherfucker. We're going to speak on this shit and we're going to let it be known. And we're going to say the word as it is. Fentanyl. I'm not going to fucking judge other platforms that's in this shit right here that's not talking about this. They might not understand what $1 for the strongest shit on the street, they might not understand what that means. But I'm saying 6 months down the line, this shit is going to be serious. So here, yeah. Man, shout out to that nigga Solo T came through heavy showing that love. He said, DeCarlo, no words, straight love. You know what the fuck going on, my nigga. Shout out to that nigga DeCarlo in the chat showing that love. shout out that nigga Hodge Mims. And whenever I say Hodge Mims, that's Bell with that. So Hodge Mims and Bell, they watch it together. Rock out Hodge. I want you to come back in tonight also. But Hodge said, you already know what the fuck it is, my nigga. You know what the fuck going on, nigga. Shout out that nigga Trey Reed back in the mix. Trey Reed can't go on the cash app. He said, we in this bitch, my nigga. You know what the fuck going on, nigga. Yeah, nigga, I done got me something to eat. Nigga, I done shook back on these fuck niggas, man. But all right. Let's start right here. All right, what you're seeing right now is an aluminum foil. Now, Hodge came in and let us know that motherfuckers are dying when they just take the pill because you don't know how much of the poison is actually in the pill. But if you smoke it, all right, so they say back in the day, it's before my time. They said before crack hit, it was something called freebase. So freebasing was when motherfuckers took the coke and then, so crack wasn't invented yet. They didn't know that the white folks from Harvard ain't come down until California, that you can make a stronger form of cocaine by putting baking soda in it. So before that, in the middle, right there, in between regular coke and crack, they did something they called freebasing. And freebasing was when they put coke on aluminum foil or some shit like that, and then they, see if we got a picture of it. They lit the bottom of the foil, and then when the smoke from the coke came up, they would inhale it. And that's what they call freebasing. Now, just on some real shit, I never seen that in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life, on the movie, whatever, but I've never seen that in real life. But I was watching a Vice special, and I seen one of the fentanyl addicts, they lit the bottom of the aluminum foil and smoked the fentanyl. Let me say this. You know, I always give credit to certain shit in my life that kept me from going all the way on the deep end. But in my generation, the X-Pill shit was kind of, you know what I'm saying, phasing out. You know what I'm saying? So it was already not cool for a motherfucker to hit the bag. X-Pills was starting to get to that point where it's like, oh, you jigging? Like, that's country as fuck. What the fuck you got going on? So snorting anything and smoking anything that was automatic is not no more fun shit no more. You're a drug addict. If you snort coke, you're a drug addict. If you have to fucking do all this shit and smoke, that's with the weed shit. The bong and you got to fucking all this other shit. The shit with the pill with me was a motherfucker, you take that bitch, nobody know, there's no smell, there's no sound, there's no nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just feel good and shit like that. So when it came down to having to do those things, in my young mind, you think, I'm just popping medication. I'm not no drug addict. Drug addicts snort cocaine smoke fucking pipes and shit like that. They'll do all that because they need a drug until you realize it's motherfuckers who can actually smoke crack and they got their life more together than a nigga who just popping fucking pain pills. Once you get outside, you start to understand it don't matter what a motherfucker do. I hate to say this because the person who said it to me, a little, you know what I'm saying, malice there. But he said, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So that takes you back to motherfuckers who smoke weed. If you don't do nothing but smoke weed, but you around this bitch, you can't even, you gotta steal out the stove. You ain't got no car. Your shoes dirty. You ain't got good hygiene. You ain't brushing your teeth. You ain't buying no new clothes. But you got a nigga who hit the bag. This big right here. You got a nigga who hit the bag, but that nigga just fresh. You know what I'm saying? Hoes, car, everything. Got the hustle and everything. It's like, no, hell, fuck no. You don't judge a motherfucker by what they do. It's how they do that shit. Like, if the coke, if the nigga who do the coke ain't out this bitch walking up to the dope house trying to get, got $3 for a blunt. You know what I'm saying? He coming full speed. He don't get nothing less than an ounce. It's gonna be hard for you to, as a weed smoker or a nigga who drank. Or a nigga who drank. You think because you drank and he hit the bag, you better than him? Nigga, you in front of the store asking folks for change for a beer. This nigga riding in luxury, everything, money in his pocket. Cokehead is the one who giving you the most money to get your bill. It's like I said, it's so, you know, I wanted to make that clear. I can't just, you know, because I wouldn't do it, I'm not the standard. I'm not the standard of what, oh man, if you do this drug, you a junkie. If you don't do, nah, hell nah. It's how you do it. And this is where this fentanyl shit kind of throws everything off. You know, New Orleans had a culture. New Orleans had a culture. In New Orleans, they will call them powder bags, Soldier Slim, and all the heavy, you know what I'm saying, niggas from New Orleans. Them niggas would, you know, talk about shooting grams and snorting and all kind of shit like that. That was the culture down there, and that was heroin. That makes a motherfucker feel like with the heroin, that's something that niggas can lightweight handle on some shit. This game right here, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you don't understand, like, from the street level, what dope is, let me explain it to you. Like, a motherfucker can know what their tolerance is and be like, I ain't going over this point. A motherfucker who drank, you know, whatever they do, they can say, I ain't going over this point. I can't get but so high. Some motherfuckers that are weed heads don't understand motherfuckers just always smoking. You can't get but so high. It's how they feel. With this thing right here, because it's not regulated. If a motherfucker, whether it be a crackhead, whether it be a weed smoker, whether it be a cokehead, they are able to look at the dope and tell you, that's bullshit. Cokehead will look in there and try to find, man, this bullshit look like flour. It's just, what the fuck is this? No chunks in it. Everything is snow white. It's like, what I need to, you know what I'm saying? Opaque. You know what I'm saying? Off-white. Like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? You must have cut this shit to piss. What is this shit? Same thing with the smoker. The smoker, they used to call it back in the day. Smokers used to call that shit touch and bust. That's when you like, so you can make all kind of different type of circles. You make a 12-gram circle, a 7-gram circle, and depending on what you put it in, if you put it in a beaker that's not that big, then it's gonna be a thick, circle like the bottom of your cup from the gas station. But then if you put it in a big pot or something like that, it's gonna be thin as fuck. It also depends on how much you put on that shit. But the smokers would say that's that touch and bust, and that would be the shit that if it was in your pocket, that shit would actually melt. What the smokers wanted was that goddamn, nigga, you can break a nigga windshield with this motherfucker. They used to call it that bullfrog. That's what they called it. That bullfrog. So that mean that man, look at this nigga here. Man, I know you. I didn't even know I had that picture. Damn. Wee. It looked weird though. It's like it make you feel like, because most of the time, if motherfucker got a straw, it's like they holding the straw. And they might bend down, on a table or something like that. This nigga just like, did the bag come with the straw? Or do you just walk around with a fucking straw hanging out your nose? How do you know what size the straw need to be? Damn. I see, shout out to that nigga Mellow Jones coming through on the PayPal. I appreciate that love, big home. No words, straight love. I appreciate that, my nigga. We working. No, we going all night tonight. Wee. Do that? Am I tripping? It looked old. It's like what? That I guess what it is like he not even holding the other nostril or nothing. He did what it is. Damn. And see, that's what I'm saying, dog. It was different shit, dog. It's so for me, immediately, just the fact that he hidden that shit looked old. But like I said, dog, if you smoking weed and you dirty and dusty, you know what I'm saying? You think all the motherfuckers downtown is on Fent and shit like that? Nah, it's some smokers down there, some drunk niggas down there. Oh, dog, is that the same nigga? What is he doing? What is this dude right here doing? I need to. Is he taking a shot? What is that? No, that nigga can't be snorting and he fucking with his hand. But I'm saying, like, and see, that's that shit I'm saying, like, just, but that's exactly, you right. That is it. That's just what they said, though. Like, niggas, they fuck up they vein on their arm. You know, like, if you go to give blood, like, they gonna, like, hit you in the crook of your arm. Motherfuckers fuck up that vein in the crook of their arm so much, they shoot up in it so much that they got to start shooting in between their toes. Man, I heard a motherfucker was shooting in his eye socket. I don't know if that was just, you know what I'm saying, a motherfucker talking, but damn. Wow. Dog, that shit, nah, that shit is, like, you know, when you really looking at it, dog, that shit is fucked up. No, but see, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. This ain't nobody, and this is what I said. I said this a while ago. I said, no, I said something different. I said, dog, all right. So motherfuckers was saying just a minute ago, they were saying that, nigga, a regular lower tab 10 can go for $25. Like, if a motherfucker let you get a lower tab 10 for $15, he's showing you love. I said, oh my God, nigga, this shit is over with. We finna have a whole fucking crime wave out here. You can't just petty hustle and get that type of money. And whenever the prices of the pills is competing with the price of heroin, what, like, and a motherfucker would not understand that. It don't take but one time for you to be going through withdrawals from opiates, and a motherfucker come in and they can put the shit in a pill or whatever the fuck. They give you that shit and that shit knock the damn withdrawal off and you kind of feel good. That motherfucker say that was heroin. You might try to rant and rave like, I ain't no fucking heroin addict. But as soon as you find out that will help with the opiate withdrawal, and the prices is, dog, this shit is, no, see, this is what I'm saying. These are and this is what the word was. These are the fake pills. So with the fake Percocets or Oxys, Roxys, once a motherfucker has went down that road, they saying that motherfuckers is not coming back. And why would they? When you can get something stronger than what you getting for $1. You can get some that's even so if you were taking a tab or a Percocet, now you going to the high level and it's cheaper. This is how, like, it's obvious that this is a fucking attack. This is a trap. It's just street math. So this is what I wanted to know. I look around after the word came down that these pills was going for $1 in Arizona. I wanted to know, all right, it's not going to be long before these motherfuckers is in every city and state in the nation. What I don't want nobody to exaggerate, man. We're not here to exaggerate. We really here to get some real information in here. Let it be known what city and state you in, and if the Fent is there, and what form is it there? How much is it? And how many overdoses have y'all had? I mean, you gotta say what the price is and what's going on. Like, dog, what I'm asking is, like, dog, has the Fent already taken over like it has in, oh man. What the fuck?
Like 6 months. That's true.
And what do you guys do out here to survive?
Do whatever.
You guys panhandle?
Panhandle, yeah. Sometimes actually sell stuff like clothes, products, stuff like that, shoes.
How dangerous is it on these streets out here in Phoenix?
A little dangerous. You don't move the right way, you might not see it another day.
What's one of the worst experiences you guys had being out here homeless on the streets?
Getting shot.
You've been shot at?
I've been shot in my leg.
Have you? What was that about?
Over a dead dad. One of my homeboys had OU. They had pulled up they had pulled up trying to hit him, and I got hit in the face. Type shit, and I got hit in my leg, but it went in and came out, so I got lucky.
So you were just at the wrong place at the wrong time?
Yeah. With the wrong person, yeah.
What about, like, the cops, do they bother you guys out here?
Sometimes, depending on what we're doing or where we at. But most of the time, we're just out here chilling on them. Don't bother us.
That's cool. Do you still have family out here in Phoenix?
I do.
Do they know about your situation, that you're out here homeless on the streets?
Mm-hmm.
And what about your girl?
Yeah.
You have family here in Phoenix?
Yeah, and California, and yeah.
What do they tell you?
Did it try to get you to come back home?
Yeah, I'm trying I'm actually working on my mom on getting into another rehab. So
You've been to rehab before?
twice.
Detox and all that?
Mm-hmm.
How long were you there for?
2 weeks.
Did you complete the whole program?
Mm-hmm. I went there and then when I went in smoking like 20 plus brews. And then when I came out, I was only smoking like 5 to 10 brews on a good day usually. So it did some kind of work. It did some kind of justice.
Yeah. What kind of substances do you guys mess with? Is it just the blues or G2?
Me, I do fentanyl and marijuana. So I smoke weed and then I smoke blues on the side.
How'd you get introduced to the blues?
Hanging out with the wrong person. And then sniffing it.
So it was through friends, it wasn't through family?
You know, it was through friends. I was in high school at that time. I'm out of high school now.
You were in high school? How young were you?
I was 18.
18. That before you got introduced to them, had you heard about them before, or that was like your first time?
Yeah, when I got introduced to them, that was my first time hearing about them. And then as soon as I looked on them, I ain't never seen that dude again.
Was it hard to convince you to try them, or were you just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do it?
Shit, I was being hard. I just said, fuck it.
Yeah. Why was it so easy for you to just say, I'm gonna just try it?
Career by itself.
Just get out of the hospital?
Yeah. For my mom, I got a fracture, y'all.
You got an infection?
A fracture, y'all.
A whole fracture. Was that from a fight or what?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, in prison. In jail, I mean.
Oh, you were in jail and you got in a fight? What was that over?
Over, like, some beef shit with some cookies. Somebody trying to take some cookies and I want to go for it. And then 2 prices jumped me.
Hold on. All right, so we're here with details today.
Hey,
Detail, how old are you?
26.
How old?
26.
26. And are you originally from Phoenix? Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you homeless right now?
Yeah.
How did you end up homeless?
Messing out in pills.
What kind of pills did you get into? Are those the blues?
Yeah.
And how did you get into them, bro? Who introduced you to them?
Well, I got a car accident. I was 18. And I actually by the doctors.
By the doctors, and how did you get addicted to them, bro?
They were prescribed. And then there was a rap after I started using.
And how many of those do you take a day?
About 10.
10 a day? And what do you usually do to get your money to get more of the blues?
Clean cars.
In cars? You ever fly a sign or anything like that? How do you feel right now? Why are you like twitching so much and you can't stay still?
That's that. About
2 weeks? Is that one of the effects that the pills make you feel, or
energy.
okay, so you have 2 addictions, G and pill?
But I'll do some G.
Do you have any family out here? Oh. What the fuck is that? What is G? Yeah, somebody tell me what the fuck going on. Ohio is bad? Oh. So G is meth. You do? So what's your name?
Monte. Well, that's what they call me out here. My real name is Delilah.
Delilah?
Yeah.
All right, Delilah. How old are you?
I'm 14.
14 years old. How does someone that's 14 years old end up out here on the streets?
Well, like me and Phoenix show, so it's a lot of different ways. Like it just depends on who you know, like what you get involved in. Like, 'cause it's kind of hard to get yourself out of situations that you put yourself in.
Do you have mom and dad? Do you have parents?
Yeah, well, my pops, he just got out. He doing time again, but he locked up now. My mama, yeah, I got my mom. That's about it.
Do they know about your current situation that you're out here on the streets?
Yeah.
And what do they tell you?
My mama, she don't want me out here, to be honest, though. She don't want me out here at all. And I respect that. That's why, like, I don't want to be out here, but I can't, like, go through withdrawals and shit at my house because she got a kid, she's got a baby and shit. So it's going to be hard for her to deal with that. And on top of that, she got to see me like this. And it's like,
How many siblings do you have?
I got like 8 or 9. No, yeah, 9, because she's got a baby. Yeah.
9. And are you the oldest? Are you the youngest?
I'm the middle child.
You're the middle child.
Yeah.
What about your older brothers and sisters? Are they doing good?
Yeah, they good.
Out in the street.
No, they all doing good. Lily's holding me. They holding school, playing sports, all that. They good shit, man.
So you're the only one out here on the streets?
Yeah.
Why do you choose to be out here?
Real shit. It's not like it was really my choice, but it kind of like it was there. Like type shit. Like I feel like the streets is like that's all I had at the point in time. So it's like why would I leave? You know?
Yeah.
Real shit. I gotta understand that I got my mama and shit too though. So yeah.
Did you start messing with the blues?
Yeah.
How did you start messing with the blues?
Shit, I was on 83rd. I mean, down with my brother, like I was kind of going through some shit, so I was already at his house, staying at his house and shit. And then he also was on the blues and shit. He also got kicked out of his mom's house because mom, like, he would do blues and sports shit. So then I was like, man, I kind of just started selling shit first. I started selling weed, and then I started stealing exams and all type of shit. And then I started doing it with him because one day he was like, come here. Like, I was just hurt. I was crying and shit. Cause like, I know the shit I'm doing is wrong. It's like, it's hard. You know, so shit. And then we just started smoking and I just feel like this. I feel better for real. I feel like that's what clearly. Like, yeah, damn. Yeah, damn.
How long ago was that?
Like a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago, and you haven't quit since then?
Well, I've been on and off.
Okay.
I went to rehab a couple of times, relapsed. Yeah.
How long were you clean when you got clean?
Like, shit, 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, about it.
What do you think triggers you to relapse again?
Like, shit, when, like, me and my mom argue sometimes. It's just like everything shit. Like, shit, my people's out here and shit. It's like, I take care of some of the people out here. Like, I feed everybody out here. I make sure they straight. Like, but, no, shit.
How was your childhood growing up?
It was good.
Whoo. Wow. 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 Dog, you down there? Yeah, dog. Anybody, if nothing else, listen to me. Just on me.
Like, what you get involved?
Dog, if you in that area, and I know that shit is up and down, but if you in that area, man, don't give her no money. Cause I know we got Arizona in here and all that. Don't give her no money, man. Just try to get her in the car and get her to the rehab or something, man. That's bullshit. That's bullshit to say because really it wouldn't matter if you. So all right. Wow. Okay. Now, because I know what that's, you know what I'm saying? But the shit she's saying, the withdrawal shit, it makes sense, but it's like you 14. I don't know if she really 14 or whatever like that, but this is what I'm saying, dog. Like this, like if you don't know what when I'm saying, man, go pick her up and take her to the rehab, it's not that easy. as you heard, it sounds like everybody has been to a rehab for 2 weeks and all that shit. That's not finna do shit. That's not finna do shit. Wow. Dog, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you feel anything when you see this type of shit. Like, if motherfucker was on coke and shit like that, or whatever the fuck other type of drug, maybe like there's plenty of meth heads that's fucked up. Dog, it's the pill shit that always get me, because obviously that was my life, and the only reason that I wasn't out there fucked up like that is simply on some, you know what I'm saying? It didn't have nothing to do with me. It had everything to do with, you know what I'm saying, outside circumstances and shit like that. When this is what I say, and somebody might feel differently. Let me tell you, perfect example. When we was doing the No Negative News November campaign, and I went to Macon, Georgia, to get the petition signatures and shit like that, I stayed in a hotel. The day that I was about to leave, I was told that this is I'm in the middle of the trap. Like, this is, you see motherfuckers walking and shit like that. And for some reason, I had issues starting the car. But we had got it together. I don't know if that's some type of trick they run, because the motherfucker came up, like, you can tell he was a, you know what I'm saying, a junkie, whatever like that. He just talking, acting like he helping and shit like that. And when you dealing with them type of people, when you dealing with, let me show you. So if this dude right here, you having car trouble or something like that, and they walk, it don't matter what the fuck is going on. If they walk up and try to help you, you need to first say, I'm good. Let them know that you good. You know what I'm saying? Because you can end up having a situation. Like, you know, motherfuckers say, motherfucker, jump on your window and try to wash your window and shit like that. That's, you know, that's kind of, you know, extreme and shit like that. But, and really, I can't even really say that, because really a motherfucker could tell if you know what I'm saying? Like, if you say it the wrong way, they might turn up, because they can sense that you don't really mean what you're saying. You just saying it trying to get them away and shit like that. But if they can tell that, you know what I'm saying, you kind of used to it, then it'll be a whole different type situation. But whatever. Get the car and I leave the fuck. And I'm going to the gas station to get back on the road at this Shell station. And I'm sure y'all have it in y'all city. You know, you got hood gas stations where the Indians at, and then you got the white gas stations where, you know, you can tell it's a white gas station because you see white families bringing their kids in, look like motherfuckers on road trips and shit like that. This was just the closest gas station to the interstate. I pull in there. When I pull in, I see do I have any? I see a girl out there. It's a black girl. Now, she has on like a cat suit. You know what I'm saying? Like with a tail on it. She got them, you know, them shiny boots these girls wear? Like them shiny, like combat boots and shit. And like a cat suit, like a black cat suit with a tail in the back, so it's one big piece of clothing and shit. You know, so she wasn't just, when you think of a addict, you think of, you know, somebody that's sucked in and all this shit like that. She had weight on and shit like that. So I see out there, I think as I'm going in, she was asking a white man for some change. And immediately that made me mad because I don't like that dynamic. You know what I'm saying? She's, I guess, okay looking, and she's asking this white man for change and shit like that. And you can just see how they're treating her and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know how they be, whatever. Damn, they're running away. So I go in and get my gas, and I'm coming back out, and she come to the car, she asking for change and everything. And so y'all know, like, by the time I went to Macon, I was on, nigga, we in this shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We finna save the world. And I ain't got no change, but I have to. I don't know if I asked her. It was an opening question, like, what drug you on? But it wasn't like that. It was something smoother or whatever like that. And I guess she thought I was asking, you know what I'm saying, like where I can go get something at. And she like, oh, I can take you over there. No, I was like, I was asking you what drug you do, because if you want, I can take you to a rehab. And I messed up. When I pulled up, you can tell like she was off. Like, so she had twitches with her and shit like that, like twitching and talking loud to herself and all of that. So it's like, damn, and she got mental health issues, and this white man is that what made it even worse. You know what I'm saying? And he was running away from her. So I'm like, no, I was asking you what drug you did because I can take you to a rehab. And immediately that whole crazy shit, it stopped. Wasn't no more twitching. I don't need no motherfucker take me no motherfucking rehab. So this conversation happened on the driver's side door. My passenger side was facing the gas pump. And also so driver's side, that's like the road and everything. And then passenger side, it's gas pump, and the gas station is over there. She started doing all that shit. By the time she was at like the driver's side. By the time she walked around and got like to the passenger side, she said, but I do need a ride though. And you can tell by how she, you know what I'm saying, asked it and said it. She was talking about, you know what I'm saying, let's ride off, and you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna give you a sexual favor for some money. And I repeated, like, you still got time, like you ain't that down bad. Like, dog, if you go to a rehab, I don't get that. And then she just went back into that, you know what I'm saying? That I was fucked up, I think, for that whole day, because I couldn't understand what I had did wrong. Like, dog, if somebody would have came up to me when I was outside fucked up and they said, I'll take you to a rehab, and I would have been like, hell yeah, thank you for saying. That's what I would want somebody to have done for me. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not looking at her like this. Like, dog, I know that where you're at right now is not where you're supposed to be at. Like, you got a whole potential that you haven't unlocked yet. You just need to shave this luggage off and you will be good. And so I couldn't understand, like, dog, all right, so it's obvious, don't kid yourself. There's nobody at no gas station, at no interstate. I don't give a fuck if it says homeless veteran, homeless with kids. I don't give a fuck what the sign says. Anybody out there is getting money for dope. Period, point blank. That's it, that's all. Somebody let me know if I'm tripping. I can't wait on that damn response. As soon as I get back to it, nobody's out there because they out there because they're trying to get money out here. Of course, everybody's out there because they're trying to get money to get their daily dose. That's their hustle. So you giving them money is only just maybe it'll save them a day. They're not going to use the money to get no food. Not going to use the money to do it's strictly. And some of y'all, I'm sure you brought food to them or something like that, and you've seen the response when you honk at them when you're coming off the interstate and they got the sign up, whatever, and then you honk the horn. They got a pep in their step. Then when they see that you giving them food and it's not no money, but thank you, bless you. And it's like, and that's how strong that addiction should be. Like it does go deeper than physical, because as they will say, even without having the drug for a matter of time, you're still for a long time, the way that you've been fixing your problems is by doing this. Now, it will be sometimes when man, I ain't had no pill. Nighttime come, obviously I can't go to sleep. So I just gotta wait until the crack of dawn to start calling motherfuckers. And I remember just even having them on the way, you know what I'm saying? You start feeling better. Like, oh man. And so that lets you know it's like, this shit it's not as bad as I'm making it. A lot of this shit is mental. I don't feel like I'm good until I have that. And that's the insanity of it. And I would imagine that it's the same with different addictions. It's not that thing. It's like comfort that comes with it. And for so long, this is how you've been dealing with stress or whatever the fuck it is. So your trigger can be a stressful situation. Your trigger can be having to talk to someone or whatever the fuck it is. You've always, if you didn't have the drug, you didn't go in front of people. You didn't talk to people. So now just talking to people is a trigger. This is why, once again, the 3 S's, sobriety, solitude, and celibacy, dog, that second S is so important. Being isolated, solitude is so fucking important. You have to learn how to be a regular person again. You can't give a fuck what motherfuckers is thinking or whatever the fuck want. You have to get you right first. But you really gotta want to jump out of that shit. You gotta want to jump out that shit. And that, like I said, when I'm looking at this shit, my nigga, like I don't know what type of I don't know how heavy that is. I don't know how, because I'm just gonna fuck it. We're gonna be honest tonight. Just honestly, dog. Like my shit never went above lower tabs. That's how, like, so my mind, the way I was able to do all the shit that I'm able to do is because the same way I'm at this shit, I was at that shit. You know what I'm saying? So Just like I was telling you, it don't matter if you smoke weed or drink beer, whatever the fuck it is. If in your mind you feel like you need that shit, of course you're not gonna sleep. You're gonna toss and turn and feel like you know what I'm saying? And it's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. I just honestly speaking. And I want you to let my words be the words from the person who's dealing with this in your life. Let these words be their words. Like, dog, I'm telling you, it's embarrassing. It's confusing, and you have to try to make the best of it. So when I hear excuses, it kind of, like, come on, man, we got to come up out the excuse part of it. We can't, ain't no doctor, we got to come up out the excuse part of it. Doing it because I want to do it. I don't want to stop as much as I want to keep going. And that could be the strength of you making the withdrawal worse than what it is. I was going to say that somebody go pick that girl up, throw her in the car, and take her to the rehab. Until I thought about it. That's how an outsider would look at drug use. Somebody from the outside would see, oh, well, they just need to go to rehab. That's not what's going on. You have to feel like you've lost so much that it's understood. You have to first admit that this shit is stronger than I am. This shit is way stronger than I thought it was. Way stronger. I got in way over my head. I need some help. You gotta mean that shit. And like I said, because I had a life before I got fucked up on them, I was able to see everything I lost. That wasn't regular life for me. So I was able to see the difference, compare and contrast. Some people started smoking weed in middle school and all of these things. So they feel like that's a part of life. This is why I'm saying, like, dog, this ain't just some type of, there is no reason why you should feel like, if this shit hasn't hit your household, there's no reason why you should feel like, oh, that ain't gonna happen in my household. It can be your mother, grandmother, favorite auntie, niece, nephew, godson, goddaughter, your daughter, your college graduate son, your daughter that's about to go to Harvard. And that's another thing that you saw in the movie Traffic, because everything starts out as just some fun shit to do. It's just fun shit to do. That is the devil in it. It don't seem like you gonna be on your knees praying to God, crying that he just, rewind time and take this taste of pills out of your mind. In the beginning, it's just fun and all that shit. You don't see where that shit is going. You lose that shit little by little by little by little until you are outside with a sign saying homeless veteran. Like you've become so much of a slave that it's like there's no more. I'm not even fighting it. I will let the whole world know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so that drug has made you a bitch, whether it be the beer. Everybody knows you for being outside the gas station asking for change to get you another fucking 211 or Bud Ice. You've given up. Everything I was, fuck that. Just help me out now. Nobody starts doing any drug to become a drug addict. It's a difficult thing to deal with, and I guess that's another reason why this shit is just so fucking serious to me. Because I understand, like, oh, this shit don't have to be planned out. Motherfucker could easily slip and fall on some dumb shit, and you got a lifelong problem on your hands. Oh, your daughter, she was doing dope, and now she fucked up a scholarship, fucked up this, fucked up that. She lost a child, and all this shit. She got a felony and all that, but at least she's not doing drugs no more. She's been doing good for 2 years, and now she is fucking stealing shit out the house again. It destroys the family. There should be nobody in here who feels like that this is above them or they're above this. No, yes, and that's real, dog. I'm telling you, and like I said, I want to, but dog, this is just when I see this shit, it's just like, dog, not that could have been me, dog. That was me, my nigga. This is who I am naturally. Hey, yo, Consaco, just yeah, fuck, like just heavy. I'm him in real life. I'm him. And I was him on the pills, but it's like you can't be him with this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to be him, like nigga. And that's what I felt coming out of that addiction. That's why the 3 S's and me staying celibate for this long hasn't been an issue. Nigga, I came from the graveyard. I came from the graveyard. I would tell Brim sometimes, I would tell him that a lot of people's life would have just been easier if I just would have died or got a life sentence. It would have just been so much easier because then whatever a person might have did while I was in this fucked up state, it's just forgiven because, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. Shit got real complicated, not only when I came back, but when, oh shit, this nigga is going back. Like, it's one thing to come back and I'm not a drug addict no more. I'm cutting grass for $50. Shout out to Icy for letting me work with him. Shout out to my mother, never gave up on me. But let it be understood that as long as you on that, you don't have nothing wrong. You don't ask for nothing on nothing. But when I came back and I proved that, nah, I got it together now, she helped me every step of the way. And and maybe it shouldn't be such a big deal, but dog, it is a big deal because that wasn't me. That wasn't me, but that was me. So that's why when I see this type of shit, I'm more apt to be like, I'm looking at it deeper. Like, I wonder what you could be if this is why I talk to that girl. She's clearly a drug addict. But I'm looking at her like, well, you don't look like this right here. And I see y'all on the Cash App. I said, Malcolm Welch, I appreciate you, big home. That's love. No words, straight love. Oh man, come on, man. Damn, I should have got that. That's what I needed right there was a damn. Hold on, we're gonna see if we can't. I appreciate that, Malcolm Welch. Real talk. Shout out that nigga, man. Shout out that nigga Big Mix, man. No, whoa, shit. No, I'm not looking. Whoa, whoa. Shout out that nigga Big Mix, man. Hello? No, this ain't. I thought you were saying you was deep. Who- I'm on this motherfucker. I'm talking all this damn. I'm talking all this. Could y'all hear me? Big Mix, I appreciate that love, bit on. Oh, why the fuck are these comments so fucking slow, man? No, no, most definitely not. And that's real. You know, and like I said, I was trying to say that, you know, like when you get to this point right here where you're willing to do the dope on camera, it's just like you didn't. It's just you gave up. You gave up. And dog, real shit. This is why when oh fuck, hold on. I don't even know that motherfucker called the phone. I don't even know where the sound was coming from. But when I hear rappers just talking about that pill shit, it's like, man, dog, there is no fucking way. There's no fucking way. This ain't no play shit. Like there's no fucking way. You're not going through a bottle of 30 pills and not coming out with an addiction. So when they bragging about the pills and the drink and all that shit like that, it's like, man, you must don't know what the fuck is really going on, man. Yeah, how long you gonna have the camera on that damn dude?
And the music a little bit much though, guys. Come on, man. Damn. Come on with the fucking music, man. What the fuck? Man, come on with that fucking music, man. Damn. Out here. Right here. Yeah, yeah. You know, I end up in the streets by by choices. But then, listen, look, with in Arizona, so do they have like a tent city like in Los Angeles? You know, like in LA got that bad homeless problem. Do they have that in Arizona? They got rich ones that hell yeah, our biggest spot is called the Zone. It's downtown right by the main police station. Damn. So you know, like I said, man, it's just it's crazy, man, that you like. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, definitely Atlanta. Definitely Atlanta. Atlanta got a whole skid row. So Houston got that too. I imagine Houston would have to have a skid row. And you know, like I said, obviously you can't say the whole world. The only thing that we, you know, I hope that what's getting through to you, my nigga, is when we playing like this right here, and you got to think about this shit too, dog. Like that's another thing. The price of the drug also that kind of relates to how fast you go broke and shit like that. If it's $1, in order to be doing enough for you to just be homeless and fucked up like that, you already in overdose land. That's what I said though. That's what I want. And we got to get to that though, because like I said, I started watching that shit and I got thrown off. I just get thrown off with that shit. All right, focus up. This is what we got to do. Shit, same thing with Los Angeles. Houston is pretty bad. All right. Well, we got to. All right. So this is what I want to know. City and state. Very simple. City and state. And is the Fent down there? And what is the price of the Fent? That's the question. Comments. City and state. Is the Fent down there? And what is it going for on the street? We trying to see, like, actually, hold on. Mm, mm. All right, I don't want to be just all the way fucked up with it, man. But just very simply, maybe I didn't make it clear. City, state, and how much the fence cost there. I can't do nothing with 10. I can't. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much. Thank you. $10 appeal in Louisville, Kentucky. Damn. All right, like I said, man, I don't want to make no laughing stock of nobody, man. But oh shit, that's my fault. Let me get my shit together. Let me go ahead and apologize before I even start. That's my glasses fucked up. Jackson, Mississippi, 6 for 100. See there? That makes that right there sound like that's the price. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. 6 for 100. That sound like a motherfucker you gotta want something. What does that break down to? That's a little less than fucking. Mm. But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to go off hearsay. I want to know about your city, your state. We hearing a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? We hearing a lot of shit. And if it's not in your city, if you don't know it for sure it's in your city, don't say nothing. You don't have to say nothing. We want to get a real. Big Facts Podcast. Who we got on the line? Naeem Edwards on the line. Hold on. All right. Now break it down. Let me understand what's going on.
So I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
But I live in Richmond, Virginia, which is the capital. It's severe probably like over 500,000 people out here. We are in a crisis. Whether it be from like you got on the screen with the DMV Hood News with Montgomery, we just had a fentanyl bus in Northern Virginia, which is up there in that area anyway. It's all over the place. Governor, they're giving out 20-year sentences now. You get caught with fentanyl. So, or if you get caught with anything late, then deal with everything is late.
What's the minimum?
Even out late, the lowest number I've heard somebody get was like 15 years. So they're trying to push mandatory like 20 years out here because that's how bad it is. Like I know the prices for a couple of different like variations of deals because everything is just late now. I know earlier you said you wanted some like real statistics. So out here in Virginia, they say at least 2 people a day die from an overdose and of all opioid overdoses, by the way. And I do know for a fact that the opioid epidemic is the #1 killer in Virginia, more than cars, more than violence, more than alcohol, all that stuff combined, all more than that. And at least 2 people a day die, and 9 out of 10 overdoses are because whatever they had fentanyl in it.
And they didn't know.
They did not know. And the prices are so cheap on the street. Like I thought about Lord tabs and how much they cost. They're like $5 to $7 out here.
Hold on, whoa. Hold on. You saying that? Okay, so are these obviously they're fake then?
Oh yeah, everything is. Well, I don't want to say everything fake news. Like you have some people who have like a pure person set, and it'll really be like, oh my God, like they're really a doctor. Like, but most of the stuff is cut. Most of the people pressing their own stuff. All the blue pills. I don't know. I know about what's happening. I don't know specifically. I never my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But them fake blue pills is everywhere. Like that's what people want, and it's sad because it's like you come to a crossroad where you really don't want to admit that this is happening with us. And it's happening with everybody, but you just got to really accept like this is where we are, and people they're coming in, especially in Virginia. We're like right in the middle of where everybody at. We got all these ports and all this stuff. We this close to Memphis. We can get to New York faster than we can get to. Like it's like the same amount of distance from New York to like not Atlanta, because Atlanta's like maybe 30 or 40 minutes extra, but like we're so close to everybody.
Yes.
To everything in the South, or a drop point in the South where, but yeah, it's a lot of people are dying. That's the number one cause of death out here now. They're giving people, they debating on how much time you should get now for getting caught with this stuff. So if you was just selling pills or whatever, and one of your pills had some fentanyl in it, now your charge is trumped up.
Yes. No, that's a I think what's the name got a murder charge for that. But I think they break it down to involuntary manslaughter. But for them to have mandatory fentanyl laws, it has to be heavy. What city is the heaviest out there in Virginia?
Richmond, absolutely. It's like the drug capital of Virginia at this point. And I mean, it's actually where I'm from. It's like where I'm from. It's like people are on drugs and stuff, but you wouldn't see them people on drugs in no area where people had money and stuff. Like that stuff was dated to certain sections and certain neighborhoods. They like you knew if you was going on a dope block.
Yes.
Like you
yes.
You ain't had no business over there.
Mm-hmm.
But up here, you got. I mean, there's places I didn't even know that we had hospitals up here. They look like regular houses, no full blown underground hospitals and stuff. Just straight treating people for all type of stuff. Like it's definitely rich there. Everybody's everywhere. There's a lot of homeless people out here. Like way more than what I saw where I'm from. Like you'll see them out just outside, sleeping under the underpass, sleeping on the grass, sleeping outside of sport arenas, not even caring.
You know, when I went to DC, that's when I saw. Like it was.
Yeah, they call it Fent City.
Yeah, it was just, and it was. I think it was a girl, but I guess whatever dope she was on had like ravaged her so bad. Like she had a beard and a mustache and shit like that. And it was just, but it was right there by whatever hockey state.
Right. And it is crazy because in DC, if you like down the street from the White House, you'll see people sleeping in tents.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's heavy here, and it's to that point where it's just like you should risk your life in prison if you got enough of this stuff on you.
But and even with that, you know, and obviously they're gonna have, and if you're looking at the screen right now, this is supposed to be Kensington, Philadelphia.
Oh, they're heavy up there too. So Philly is a couple hours from here.
And I think and you're right. That's why Virginia is just so like heavy like that, because it is right there by the water, but also like everything, all the big cities is right there. That's the East Coast. Wow.
Yeah, all the deals. I remember when it's so crazy. I was telling one of my homegirls last night because I put her on to the 3S because I mean at this point it's now never for her. Like, cause we had somebody literally the night after you did the first part of this broadcast. A 23-year-old that we know, she took a fake perk and she is dead. And the perk has
wow.
And it's just like, it just made me just like,
wow.
I'm like, I'm forcing you to 3S at this point. I don't care. Like, you have to. And I was telling her, I was like, I'm old enough to remember when Sour Diesel came out. And people, I remember when Loud came out.
Yeah.
But I think Loud was already like floating around and people didn't make no big deal out of it. But I remember when Sour Diesel came out and everybody was like, oh, this shit right here, this is a coke thing that's smoking crack. And I remember
yes.
I was just smoke crack. Like that's what that. And what's crazy was this was right before I had ever thought about smoking weed. And when they did that, I'm like, I will never smoke weed. There's no way. Like you have turned me so far away from this. I never did it. Like I'm like no, because like but I remember when Sour Diesel hit.
That's right. No, you ain't lying. Like that Sour Diesel, because like it used. I guess motherfuckers don't know, but it used to be like they had something called mid, but it was Reggie mid, and then they call it hydroponic and all that. But it's like Reggie was still selling outside. Not only Reggie, but if the shit was light green enough, you could say that shit was mid. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is gone now.
And it's like just starting off like that, and then starting from that point, and then look at what we are now. It's just like I never would have imagined it. To be honest, I never would have thought that we would be at the point where it's just like I'm not even looking at race. I'm looking at zombies. Like
real talk.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no.
It's scary because you have to think about the decision you're gonna make overall when you walk outside your house. Because you don't want to hurt nobody, but you ain't trying to get ran down on because somebody needs something bad enough. Who said they would?
No, and that's so real, and that is so fucking real. Like, and that's why, like, I want to just put that out there so it can be understood. I say like that wasn't me, but that was me. Like, zombie is not just because a motherfucker just walking like that. It's zombie because you have one goal, and it's not even. It's like a zombie has no like brain function. You know what I'm saying? Like a zombie will bump into a wall a million times. You know what I'm saying? All they know is to feed. That's it. And it's not food. It's just you need this. Like I said with the fire hydrant, motherfucker will stay at a fire hydrant all day long as it's pumping that dope out. Fuck everything else in life. And there is no up and down, side to side with it. You believing that, oh no, I'm stronger than that, that's gonna have you in that life for a decade or more because you don't understand this shit was made to weaken you and to change your DNA to where you can't even, with those pills and shit, man. It's like, I used to call it drying out. So if you don't got the pills, then you getting dry and stale and crusty and shit like that, and you got it like a damp sponge or some shit like that. You got to get the water back on you to even feel like a human again. And in that state, when you know that you about to get crusty and rusty, that is gonna fuck up the way that you rationalize things. So you would never go and try to go rob a Waffle House with a fucking knife. But now, like, man, I can go do this shit and fucking, and that's why, like I said, I don't donkey of the day and all that shit like that. I don't, laugh at people in those positions because it's obvious. Look how stupid this shit was. It's obvious a motherfucker is not in their right mind. And the only thing that's on their mind is, if I do this, then I can get this. And it's crazy. And that's why you have to be, this goes to the other side of, if you're going to be a trap out here, you have to. It has to be understood that you are not the one to play with like that. Because if you are, then they're going to come. The only thing that's going to keep them off of you is that it's understood without a question of a doubt. If you come around here with that, you're dead. And so even on the trapper side of it, that changes you. You can be a nice person, but if you show that, I told you, like, a person with a heart has no business in the street. A person with a mind, with potential, has no purpose in the street. Like, that's not the place where you show how kind and no, like, you have to be set in stone, because if not, the zombie will sense that, and instead of hitting the Waffle House, they'll just come to you and just take that shit out of your hand. And like I said, as soon as you jump into the dope game, you trapping and shit like that, whether you got an ounce on you or you ain't got nothing but 2 grams, whatever you have on you, that's how much your life is worth. Period, point blank. If a motherfucker want that and they don't want to pay for it, it's just like that. So, it's the issue, the problem is that when we talking about $1 on the street, $1, do you know, like, one of those old school tricks that the old dope boys, would say is that, give them some free shit and then let them, let them get hooked on it and all that shit, free samples and shit like that. When I see strong dope for $1, that's exactly what I think about. A motherfucker trying to let you see what it is to get you hooked on it. You don't know what's on the other side of that door. Shit is only gonna be fun for a certain period of time before you outside. That motherfucker with that sign that's on the interstate walking back and forth with that fucking cardboard sign, they never thought that they would be there. They never thought, like, they would lose their whole everything. Like, how many times has that person had to die? Because every time a car comes and it's a kid and the parent have to tell the kid, don't stare at them. You know what I'm saying? Or you on the interstate holding a sign, and just so happen the car that passes by is your 16-year-old daughter. And you just got to go right back to doing what you're doing. You got to go back to doing what you're doing, because that chemical imbalance inside of you don't give a fuck about your emotions and how that shit just made you feel lower than low. Like that, like I said, that's why, like I said, it's not for anybody to look down on anybody, because you looking down on somebody, that will be your entry to, one of your, maybe it's not you. And in a lot of cases, it might be easier if you were the addict, because you wouldn't have to deal with the whole, hey, I'm finna get you right. I'm finna get, and have to wonder at nighttime, is this person alive every minute of every day? And like I said, outside right now, as Name just said, we did this show 2 days ago. The night we did the show, a girl died from a fake pill. She could have been watching the show and saying, you know what, Monday morning, I'm going and get my shit together. It ain't that.
Because people will think it'll never be them.
Real talk.
That's the problem with the view. It's like, that's not real. That's not what's going on outside. Anything can happen to anybody at any time. You can literally, like, I remember my mama had surgery and she refused to take the pills because she was just so scared she was going to get addicted. I mean, like, walking around the house in pain. but she was so scared. They gave her Percocet. She took the Percocet. She took one. She said it made her sick, and she put the rest in the toilet and flushed them. She was just like, I know that is something that's not right.
That was
She
so.
flushed it all, and it's so crazy because it's so crazy in Virginia now that you know how people get first aid training and all that stuff. Now the first aid training requirement includes Narcan.
Narcan, yep.
And I'm just like, when did they start doing that? Like,
and what are they getting prepared for? That, like I said, you know, can you remember the overdose numbers, the deaths from opioids, the number 2 years ago?
Out here 2 years ago they said at least 4 people a day.
So it's getting better out there?
It flip flop. It goes up and down. But now, because we have an increase in crime and all that kind of stuff, now because before the overdoses might have been because you took too much. Now it's from fentanyl.
Yes.
So it's like they broke it up now.
Yeah.
Say, okay, is this a regular opioid situation or is this fentanyl? And now the heaviest thing is, like they said, 9 out of 10 of the overdoses are fentanyl because they got a bad pill or something was mixed with fentanyl or something like that. So it's like we're in a crisis now. This governor is like really stomping down on this.
And you know, and I want to see, and you know, when you said that, first thing I thought was, I want to see how they execute that plan, because
they're offering rehab and stuff. Like they're offering, you know, if you want to get some help, it's easier for you to get your help now.
You know what? And it's gonna be it will be easier now than if a motherfucker wait for a year when they gonna have the shit backed up to the damn wall. But I want to see how they execute these plans, because I want to see how. So with this story that you sent me here, it's like I want to see how they handle these people versus how they handle a white boy that has it on. You know what I'm saying? Like because it seemed like whenever if it's a white
manager of the methadone clinic, and people will be lined up because you know you gotta feed them in the morning, and they fired her because they said that she was too hard on her staff when it came to, because like she would not allow people to come in early. She would like you could wait outside as long as it took for them to set up and be safe and stuff. And they fired my cousin because they was like, oh no, if they're out there, just let them in. She's like, no, you don't know what these people are gonna do. Like they really could hurt us. And she was trying to take the precautions, and they got her out of there.
Yeah, it is. And you know,
like it just affects user and user family. Like it's regular people out here that's like trying to live and work, and it's like trickling down because some people are like scared, and some people are like, oh, I got this. It's okay. We trying to help, but it's like I can help you, but you're not about to run me over.
Real talk. No, real, and that's and see, and that, like I said,
that's an accurate price. I think they out here. Yeah, that's the Fetty $5 a cap. Yeah, it can go as low as that.
Like I said, I just feel like I'm missing something, because like I'm not understanding how can it be this cheap if it's that powerful. If so. All right, so if somebody who pop pills, who the fuck said that? If you took a Percocet, what is it? 0.2 of dog food would be like 10 Percocets. Yeah, like that's 10 Percocet and shit like that. So if this shit is stronger than heroin, how the fuck? And like I said, I guess like I just, if it's cheaper, like everybody who's on pills would have to switch over to the fitty. That's why it seems like an attack. You would have to. You wouldn't be able to.
Like, why would you? It's getting stronger and it's
That's yeah. I don't. Like I said, it's something that I'm not understanding. And like I said, I can't make the and for good reason. If you are in that life or whatever like that, I can't make you call in and break the shit down. But especially with how they cracking down and shit like that. But I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. I don't get that. Like, and how would this not be seen as a fucking attack? It's more of the stronger shit and the strongest. That's how Frank Lucas took. That's how you take over. Is have better shit at a cheaper price. That's how you take over. So now
the makes sense that it's like, why can I go in my car and get spare change and be able to get high?
There it is. There it is.
I don't get it. I don't.
There it is.
It only makes sense that, like, literally, I could dig in my couch or dig in my laundry, and probably you can get high for a week.
No,
like, that don't make sense.
And you're exactly right. And I guess, like I said, I'm coming at it from an addict's point of view. It's like, dog, what about the people that aren't, on their because I wouldn't go with like, oh nigga, everybody needed to be like. I saw that for myself, word for word, when I told that girl I would take her to the rehab, and that shit didn't work, and I was so confused, and people had to break down to me like, dog, that's, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their time and shit like that. My thing is, with this situation right here, there is no time. There is no time. The next time could be the last time, dog. At least with the pills, back then you didn't have to worry about this being a fucking. You know what I'm saying? The worst thing that might happen is you might throw up or have a really bad headache and shit like that. You didn't have to worry about dying.
Right.
You have to commit on a whole nother level to be addicted to this thing, and the next time you could actually fucking die. Like, that's what I'm saying. This ain't the same. This ain't the same thing. This is, and like I said, for the people who are trying to jump off, you know what I'm saying, and stay clean or whatever like that, get some fucking change out of the couch, and now you come on. Like, that's one of the things off the table. One of the things would be, well, at least it's not costing no money. A motherfucker will feel like they good as long as they not broke. That's another fallacy. Like, you not good because you not broke. Like, this ain't that. $1, that's death. Like, that's why I feel like it's a motherfucker telling the motherfucker, yeah, come on out here and do this. Come on, do this. Yeah, go on, try this shit. That shit is stole. And I don't feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Who you thought was behind it? Who you said you thought was behind it?
I say China. And like, I'm saying China because, like, if you stepping away from this, look at everything that's going on politically. They just dropped. They saying they want to drop the U.S. dollar. They linking up with the ops, which is Russia and all these other whatever they got going on over there. They already are in this situation where they feel like America is bullying them anyway, as far as like how, because the reason that China even has any type of money is because America goes after people with money. China targeting people that don't have a lot of money, because most of the people on the planet only live on like $7 a day or something like that. So it's like, it's such a very low number compared to what we see and what we live on. That's why they'll ship and import and everything's made over there for such a cheap price. And if you feel like you want to weaken somebody's currency and weaken what they got going on, you need to attack their economy and attack their people. We already know, or if you don't know, drugs is a big part of the government's money. Whether it's on the book or it's not on the book, it's a big part of how they make their money. So the fact that it's crazy you mentioned the thing about the military, because I watched a video the other day where they said that 75% of people are ineligible to be a part of the military at this point. And most people during the pandemic realized, like, oh, wait, I can work from home. I don't want to join the military. I don't believe in that.
Real talk.
You understand that this generation of men don't see manhood how other generations before them saw manhood
at all.
That makes them a man.
At all.
Like going to war or joining the military or even being strong. What makes them a man, so they don't feel like it's necessary to be a part of it. So, aside from like, more people have criminal records now, all this stuff is like, if you're busy fighting the opioid crisis, and everybody, because it's not just regular people on the street, it's your favorite rapper, it's like I said, somebody put a post on one of the Virginia blog pages where I said, I seen the senator at the club. I saw him today actually ride by. He rolled by the trap. Like it's people like that. Everybody, it's coming from them. Like, cause that's what the only place that has all the stuff, and they said over here. But I feel like it's them and a combination of us here because they want to take over.
Yes.
They want to wipe us out, and the first people you're going to wipe out is the weakest group. We can be strong individually or strong in pockets, but as a whole, 75-80% of Skid Row is black people.
You better know it.
So it's like, I'm just trying to, if we can just wipe them out, then we can worry about wiping the strong ones out. Ain't no more riding through Tulsa, Oklahoma and dropping no bomb on you. Why would I drop a bomb on you when I can just drop this shit here for $1 and you're going to spend all your money on this and you'll kill yourself. And people who like, oh, you got to get a microchip and you got to do all this, but you're going to be a slave. You already a slave. You got fucking Wi-Fi connected to an address, connected to your house. You stay in the house all day. Take it off your fucking phone. Like, you already in prison. You already a slave. It's just another way to just get people out of here fast.
Man.
Fast.
Man.
And see the insurance policy fast.
And like I said,
just want to get high.
Yeah, and that's
from them.
No, and the thing is like, you create the environment but I don't believe that either, man. But I can't believe that because in order to believe that, then I have to believe that everybody has to fucking take the fentanyl. And I don't believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man.
Because we're living in a very interesting time. So like, remember when I don't know who said it, but somebody was like, when 9/11 happened. So I remember it was one of my homeboys. He was like, when 9/11 happened, I was in 4th grade, but like that was like the only thing for like 10 years. So like now we're dealing with so much.
Yes.
And it's crazy. I was on the phone with Theo this morning or either last night, and I was talking about I don't think we're meant to like see so many and be interacting with so many things, like so much trauma. So it's like people have their regular lives plus the bullshit they ingest all day, and they don't have no type of plans or no whatever, and nobody's teaching them how to deal with stress, and your mama a nab, and daddy in prison, and the environment is terrible. And people just look for a way, and it's just like it starts with that gateway. You start off smoking weed, and then the weed don't do it enough for you, so you start doing dirty, and the dirties don't do it. And then you get your ass over there, and you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna do the weed, and then I'm gonna do a half a pill or a pill, and then it just keeps going and going. And then you might start stacking and doing your pills and your alcohol with that. You might need the Xanax to come down to balance yourself back out so you can have a regular day. And all of a sudden, it's like, fuck that, I'm going to the Fent. I'm tired of this.
Yep.
I'm going to the highest level I can get
Yep.
to.
Yep. Cause it's
You
and
don't
it,
have
no, and that's that arrogance too. Like it's that and you know that is like it's so crazy like that. You
People want to get it's supply and demand. People want to get high, and that's like drugs have been a thing for forever.
yes, they have.
Honest.
Yes,
And now more people, and oh, it's cool. Your kids can do feed. There's nobody, you not teaching your children. Like you go ahead and do it, but guess what? You can't do it here. Or you know, I don't know.
No, and that's that. No, and that
people want to get high.
Yeah, and that's
that. Get high, I got to start this shit free.
And you know what it is? It's that you know you see your friends, you see your friends doing it, and that's what will make you feel like it's okay. And so the news is saying that you're gonna die from it as soon as you take it, but everybody on the street is just doing it, whatever, like that, and telling y'all, nah, it ain't like that, whatever. And the thing is, even if you don't die from the shit, what the death is who you were and your dreams and aspirations. And my fear in this whole thing, like on some real shit, there's no way that I can worry about the 40 and up class. The scary part in this is, you know, $1 that just screams child to me. That just screams like
what it does is it tells. So you as an adult, me as an adult, you say, "What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is that?" Like that. These bitches is selling talcum powder. But a kid hear that and be like, "Oh shit, I got $1."
That's right. That's exactly right.
Because it's like, it's so crazy. I tell people all the time, I love my parents no matter what, because my parents never lied to me. Like, they didn't lie to me about anything that was ever happening. And my parents told me that, you know, I can teach you whatever I want to teach you, but it's the fucking world that you're going to have to worry about. It's like, I'm going to, you know, you can be the best person. And that's why it's like, it's important to have that influence over you. Because your daughter is in love with NBA Youngboy. Your daughter is in love with Kodak Black.
Yeah.
You're a good, upstanding, wholesome man. You might be a good, upstanding, wholesome street nigga, but she's looking at them.
Yes.
You're not as cool to her as they might be because they don't have to be with her every day and all the time. You have to worry about what's going on outside your house. And to know that everything that you do and your children or children see you do, that they're going to want to do that. And it starts with candy cigarettes on the ice cream truck. Oh, that's funny. That's cool.
Wow.
Funny.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my God. I just remember when I was in elementary school, I remember because I was in 5th grade. Kids used to do this in the elementary school. I went to an academy. It was right beside Project. Like one of the most famous projects in Florida. Jesse Wilson. They called it J-Dub. But I went to Clark, Beverly Clark Academy. And kids used to take the mechanical pencil and they would put the lead all the way out to the edge. And they would put it in the crease of their arm. And then they would push the eraser down and push the pencil in like they were shooting up. You know, it took me till I was an adult to realize what the fuck was going on with that.
No. That's real, though. No. No, man, you know what's crazy?
You're good, but your child has to go to school with those people. He coming in here, oh man, I popped the perk. I ate the same pill because I'm a gremlin.
That's it.
Yeah, he got a P16. His mama let him go get a fucking permanent gold in his underdeveloped mouth.
There it is.
And he coming in here. And he the coolest nigga in the school.
Yep.
Your son want to be like the coolest nigga in the school, and your daughter want to date him. Start doing what they do. Well, that nigga don't have no future, and your kid can actually be somebody. But your kid done got swept up into their bullshit.
Man, listen, and that's that. I'm like when I was me and Kyle, that's my cousin. We grew up together, had to be like maybe 8, 9 years old. Now I remember one of my uncles came to grandma's house, and I think they threw a cigarette on the ground, and we ran over there to it, and we were just fascinated by the cigarette. Like, oh man, you know, I guess like as a child, you just wanna do what the grown people do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, and you're not knowing what the consequences are, and that's why I feel like we have to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. I really feel like that. Fuck that being cool shit. We have to be like parents, and you know, but like I said, there is no perfect way to raise a child. It's just not,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying? It's just not no foolproof way to do it. So it's just like I said, it's crazy. Oh my goodness, we didn't been on this for 2 hours. Come on with this shit, man. But this is real shit, and this is what people really needed to see, though. Like I said, we're gonna try to keep a word on it. Like I said, I wanted to, you know, try to give everybody a chance. Like I said, I can't make nobody, you know what I'm saying, do anything, whatever. This is just something that we gotta keep our eyes open for, and you gonna have to, you know, speak to your children and you know, handle business. You're gonna have to handle business, and don't be afraid. If you don't know nothing about drugs, don't be afraid to talk to somebody who has, you know what I'm saying, done drugs and shit like that. We are really gonna have to depend on each other on these years coming up, because we got motherfuckers really trying to steamroll us. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna really have to, you know, deal with each other and put that bullshit aside if we don't want to be the one running after our children on one of these fucking blocks. So, Nate, I appreciate you so much for calling in, rocking with us the real way. We're gonna just have to keep an eye on it, and you just keep us posted on what's going on out there.
All right, thank you.
All right, all good. It's love. Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming through. We 2 hours in. If you can't throw on the PayPal and the Cash App, we on the next show. We might even do something tomorrow. I just got to see what's going on. But like I said, I don't blame a nigga for not, you know what I'm saying? If you in that life and you don't, you know what I'm saying? Shit's scary right now. But we can see what's going on. Y'all can see what's going on. Man, handle your business, man. Handle your business. Um, Also, if you're dealing with opioids and you know what I'm saying, it's a problem for you and you want to holler, scream at me. All consultations about opioids, those are free consultations. Um, so you know, holler at me on that, and I can, you know, give you the best I can, and we can try to look up something in your city and see if y'all got a program. But I ask that you don't waste my time. When you're ready to stop, not because you high, and I need to stop this shit. You really like, man, I'm trying to find a way out. You know, you can touch me up, hit me, and we'll see what's going on. I appreciate the love. I will see y'all in a minute. Love, love, love.
Everybody turned on you. Your sister just died. You facing the rest of your life in prison. You facing a bunch of charges, and if you do beat the state, you won't beat the feds. So why wouldn't the people around you, because they've already proved they're incompetent? I mean, he's throwing phones, sneaking in pills, people doing the Bill Cosby to you in the courtroom, just throwing you a little pill or whatever. Everybody around you is incompetent, and they're going to be the reason that nobody takes any of this about you serious, and people are going to stop caring. Because remember what I told y'all before, that the more trouble a person gets in, this is what happened with the baby. The more trouble a person gets in, the less likely we're going to want to be bothered with them. So you can only have so many fuck ups before we're like, we not fucking with this no more. Like, you just don't know how to act. You just don't know what to do. And you are really on the line